What's up, guys? It's me, Jake here, and today I'm going to be doing a first impressions review of a series that came out in early October, I believe. It might have came out in November, but I am really excited to talk about this series, and I definitely highly suggest picking this up. And what series might that be? It's Blue Period. Now, Blue Period follows a kid named Yatoro Yamaguchi, who's like a genius. He's a really smart kid. The thing about him is, he's a real big delinquent. By that, he's like Yusuke, but not really. And by that, I mean he has his hair bleached, he has cartilage piercings, and basically he doesn't do this for fun. He does this for the social aspect of being a delinquent, since all of his friends are. He doesn't like smoking, he doesn't like drinking, and this is said a little bit later on. Not only later on in the volume, but later on in chapter 1. And basically Yatoro Yamaguchi is just a kid who's a very smart kid who just really grinds at his studying, wanting to get into a good school. He's number 4 in his class, and he sees an art piece when he tries to pick up his cigarettes from the art room because he forgot them there, and basically it changes his whole mindset. He sees all these mixtures of colors on people, he sees everything, and it's made by one of his senpais, and he really just wants to make something like that. He just gets inspired like that, and basically after that, we see Yatoro have a art project due the next day, and he starts grinding on it when he gets into class the next day. But since he's a delinquent, he thought that was the only class he can sleep in, so he slept in it up until the day it was due. It wasn't finished, but everyone still complimented him for it because it was a really nice picture still. Basically, the thing he drew was Shibuya in the morning, but he saw it as a blue world, and by that, he drew everything in blue. He really enjoyed the scenery of it, and basically everyone complimented him, and for the first time he felt like that was him talking to someone. So he got super passionate about art because of this. He felt like art was his route that he should take, and that showed a lot of development through his character, because throughout the first couple of chapters he's like, why would I do something fun when I can do something that's not fun and get me more money? But he grows passionate, and it's super amazing to watch this kid grow from a terrible artist to a decent one, someone that's trying to just find the best job possible, getting the most amount of money, to something he's passionate about. And seeing the developments of the main character go through this much in one volume is super insane. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of the artwork on the front spine and cover, because I think this is a really nice looking volume. I really like how they did the back with actual panels from the manga colored in. And you know, I'm always a fanboy for when manga actually put color pages in the beginning. I really loved when Ajin did it, and I know Berserk did as well with posters, and same with Seraph in the end. But yeah, as you can tell, it's a story about art, so the art should probably be really good. I really do enjoy this art. The character design is very unique, and I really don't know much else to say other than I really do recommend this. If you liked Bakuman, you probably like this series. It really, some of the art, the panels and art style, really do remind me of Haikyuu sometimes, I'll admit. Now, I know that's a weird comparison, but it sometimes reminds me of Haikyuu through the art style. Now, I'm trying to find a page that can show you that, but it's so good. Such a random series I didn't expect to like, but I really did enjoy. Now, here's one panel that kind of reminds me of Haikyuu. That kind of art style. It's not fully like Haikyuu, because I haven't read Haikyuu too much, but it definitely reminds me of it somewhat. And here's some other panels. It's a really nice looking, definitely very aesthetic, and seeing this character develop and seeing the characters around him and how they develop a relationship with him is really unique. Seeing how he wants to get better and grind and grind and grind, even though his mom knows, he doesn't want his mom to know, and because all the schools that are for art are really expensive, he doesn't want her to know that. He wants to go for art because they aren't in the best situation. So it's really nice to see this character try to become the best possible artist just so he can help his family, so he can get into something he's passionate about. So I definitely do highly recommend this series. I would definitely rate this a solid 8.5 out of 10 with a story of an 8 and art of a 9 to 9.5. The pacing was really nice. I really liked the pacing. I thought they could do a little bit because they kind of had a mini training arc, but not really. It was an assignment that they were given for the art club. And basically, I wish they went into that a little bit more and showed him doing it a little bit more. but they didn't. So that's gonna be like the only thing about the pacing that I think was a little bit off. I would definitely give the pacing a 7.5 to an 8 though. I would definitely highly suggest this volume. I think the next volume comes out in December or January. I'm definitely gonna be picking that up and seeing how this story continues, because it leaves off on a pretty good cliffhanger. And I also do like how even after the volume ends, it also has, like, I'm not trying to spoil it, like a 4-panel comic and like an extra 2 or 3 pages of manga story on it, and another like couple 4-panel comics about other characters. I just like when stories give those like little bit of extra stuff through volumes. It really does make it a little bit more enjoyable, and you can learn more about these characters and see how they act. Now, another thing I do like about this volume is, I don't know if you can tell, but the actual painted parts, like the blue period and the red line, that's actually glossy while the rest of it is matte. And I really like how they do matte volumes in Kodansha. I really do like their matte volumes. I don't know why, but like this, Sayonara Football, and a couple others, they do this, and I really like it. So I don't know. I really don't like Kodansha all too much, but the only critique, the main critique I can actually make of the series is how they did the Kodansha like bigger volumes. And I get why they did it. It makes sense. But like when I have it sitting next to Ajin, looks a little bit weird. And when we put it compared to a normal series like Rurouni Kenshin with normal size, it's also a little weird having a little bit on the side. They do this with like Witch Hat Atelier as well. It makes sense. Usually when you have those better art styles and those series like this and Witch Hat Atelier, you're gonna have to put bigger like volumes. It makes sense. I don't roast them for it. So I definitely did just say I do love this volume. Definitely suggest this volume. The characters are amazing too. I really do like the characters and the developments through relationships in this series. I also like near when he meets a couple new characters and he's just so used to people being used to him because he's like a delinquent. You can see his bleached hair and his cartilage piercings. He's so used to it that when people are like, he's an artist? Wait, what? He's like, oh wait, I forgot. I kind of look like a delinquent still. It's really funny. There's some really funny moments, and basically it just teaches you the basics of art and a really nice story for this, because he's just still trying to learn, so he learns the basics right now. I bet you in a couple more volumes he's gonna be learning a lot of more in depth and like more smaller things, like the intricacies of art. But I definitely do suggest this. Definitely will read more of this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video too. If you did, please like and subscribe. I hope I see you guys next time. Peace!